Imagine living in a perfectly quiet town. You step outside, and there is absolute silence. That is the baseline of a normal, peaceful environment for most of us. Then, a low-frequency humming noise begins. It doesn't fade, and you cannot block it out. It plays constantly, unrelenting, day and night. Sufferers report a highly specific physical sensation. They describe it as sounding like an idling diesel engine in the distance, or feeling a persistent vibration deep within the skull. The physical toll accumulates quickly. People experience chronic insomnia and severe anxiety. Eventually, some residents pack up and leave their homes to escape the noise. But the most isolating detail happens when they try to ask for help. A sufferer will stand in their living room, overwhelmed by the hum, while the person standing right next to them hears absolute silence. This sensory contradiction forces individuals to question their own sanity. When your senses tell you the world is vibrating and everyone around you disagrees, you are left in total psychological isolation. This scenario gained widespread attention in the 1990s in Taos, New Mexico, a small town built on a quiet desert landscape. The complaints were clustered among a specific subset of the town's population, who all reported the same persistent, low-frequency intrusion. As the number of reports grew, the consistency of the symptoms forced the government to launch an official investigation to find the source. Official government recognition turned these subjective claims into a formal subject of scientific inquiry. Government scientists arrived in Taos equipped with digital sound level meters and high-tech sensors. Their objective was to isolate a physical, external source for the noise. This diagram shows the leading theory, infrasound. These frequencies drop below normal human hearing thresholds, making them impossible to detect without equipment. They are difficult to trace, traveling massive distances and passing through solid buildings without losing significant energy. To find these waves, researchers conducted intensive field testing across the Taos landscape, setting up specialized arrays to monitor the environment. Despite months of monitoring, the instruments registered no external acoustic anomalies. There was no physical sound in the air for the machines to record. Scientists then considered tinnitus, an internal ear defect. However, tinnitus is an individual condition. It is statistically improbable for an entire town to experience identical symptoms at the exact same time. With no physical sound detected and no biological explanation for the collective pattern, traditional science reached a standstill, opening the door for more disturbing theories. Some pointed toward classified military experiments, suggesting that deep underground testing was generating industrial noise that resonated only at specific coordinates. Another theory focused on electromagnetic waves, proposing that invisible signals were bypassing the ears and interacting directly with the human brain. There is even a geological theory, suggesting the Earth itself generates a resonant planetary frequency from within its crust. Researchers have spent years debating these possibilities, but there is currently no definitive proof to confirm any of them. The lack of evidence does not change the reality for the victims. They remain trapped in a mystery that no one can explain or validate. The geographic scope of these reports extends far beyond the borders of New Mexico. Identical hunting sounds have been reported by citizens across the United Kingdom, appearing in both quiet villages and busy urban centers. Extensive documentation from Canada confirms that the anomaly is a widespread occurrence, appearing in clusters thousands of miles away from Taos. Across all these global cases, one data point remains constant. The hum only ever affects a tiny, hypersensitive fraction of the population. The Taos hum remains an unsolved boundary between psychological illusion and physical reality. It leaves us with a final thought. While there are many frequencies humans cannot hear, perhaps there are unknown frequencies out there uniquely tuned to find us.